Halo Jack.
Okay.
Thank you for your time. I would like to introduce ourselves. My name is
My name is
Kartini.
My name is JUMRIANI.
We are from the State Polytechnic campus at Ujung Pandang. We will ask you 15 questions. The first asker is RINI.
Hi Jack.
Hey, RINI.
I will ask you 5 questions.
Okay.
What's your name and where do you come from?
I come from Georgia, America.
Okay. The second question. How long have you lived in the Indonesia?
I've lived in Indonesia for about 2 years.
Thank you. Are you working? Are you
Sorry.
working?
Oh, no, I'm not working, but I study.
Thank you. The fourth question. Can you share a memorable experience or story from your time in this Indonesia?
Yeah, I really enjoy studying, and I got to live with other Indonesian students for a year, and I got to learn about the different cultures in Indonesia because I lived with students from Papua and from Sumba and from Makassar. So I got to learn a lot from them about how different they are. Um, but we try to love each other. And so I really enjoy staying here and studying.
Thank you. The five question. Do you have a favorite place or destination in the Indonesia that you want to visit your others?
Yeah, I really want to go to some of the islands in Indonesia to learn about the villages and about the culture uh, from people who, uh, yeah, live like, in the islands and also in the mountains. Yeah, so those are places I really want to go.
Thank you, Jack.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. The second asker is me. The first question is, do you have any hobbies?
Oh yeah, my hobbies are running, and I like to ride bikes. Um, but more often, I like to read and I like to write. So I love to learn. Um, and my biggest hobby is probably to read. I really like to read. So That's it, probably.
Okay. The second question is, what kind of film genre do you like?
I like drama, and I also like uh, movies about history. So films about World War II, and I like films that take place in other countries like Asia and like Europe. Those are my favorite films.
Okay. The third question is, how about your country? What tourism place can I visit in your country?
In my country, in America, there are many major cities that are fun to visit, but I like Washington, D.C. because there is a lot of history there. And I like going to the mountains. So the mountains in Georgia, where I live, are really nice. And then I like Washington, D.C. It's a nice city because of the history, and the museums are really cool.
Okay. I hope I want. I hope I go to their next plan.
Okay. Okay. Let me know if you go there.
Okay, the fourth question is, how long will you study in Indonesia?
I plan to study for 3 more years in Indonesia.
The last question is, why did you choose to study theology in Indonesia, specifically Makassar?
Well, I used to have a friend who lived in Makassar, and he gave me advice because he is my mentor, and he wanted me to come here and study because he thought I would really like it, and I really trust him. And so I came to study, and that's so I can also know the language and be able to teach using Indonesian. That's my goal.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the next asker is Jum.
Okay, hi Chat.
Hey, Jum.
Okay, it's my turn to interview you. Have you ever tried traditional Indonesian cuisine or signature dishes? And if so, which is your favorite?
Yeah, I love Indonesian food. 1 second, sorry. I love Indonesian food. Favorite is probably songpolo, bagaran. That's my favorite. And I like Renebon too, like kacang merah. That's what I like a lot.
I think we're gonna go to the Wawancara.
Yeah, but I might follow after.
Remember the one that first one?
Tanjung Bayam. Sorry.
Okay, next. How do you usually spend your free time in Indonesia?
Indonesia, I really like to go walking. Like I enjoy going to Taman Macan, and I also like going to Pantai Lusari, and I walk. And sometimes I meet other Indonesians, and we talk um, and get to make new friends. And so that's probably what I like to do the most because you get to learn from other people. And I also like to read Taman Macan sometimes. It's my favorite.
What
Yep.
was your first impression of Indonesia?
My first impression of Indonesia was that the people here are very kind and welcoming and hospitable. So they're very ramah. And also my impression is that there were more churches here than I thought. And where I come from, people don't always go um, to church, but when I met people here, I really enjoyed like being with them and getting to sing together and getting to talk about things that are very important to me. So I really loved it here because of the people and how welcoming Indonesians are, how accepting. So that was probably my first impression.
Is there a particular city or place in Indonesia that you want to visit?
Yeah, there's one place in Gunung Lati Mojong. I want to go there. I want to go to the mountains because I really like to feel the weather. 1 second. So I think I would like to go to the mountains and also maybe some of the islands south of Makassar, like Sumbawa, maybe kind of like that.
Okay, thank you, Jet.
Okay, the last asker is Kartini.
Okay, hello Jet.
Hello, Kartini.
I will ask you 5 questions. The first question is, what personal achievement are you most proud of?
Well, what I'm most proud of is there was a time that was really hard for me, and I felt like I failed, and I could not have hope again, and I felt very lost. But I learned a lot about who Jesus is, that he always welcomes us, and he never like makes us feel ashamed or turns away from us, but he came to the world and he um, laid his life down and died for people like us. And when he rose again, he had life, and he promises to give like that he gives life to people who feel dead inside and feel lost. And I felt just like that when I heard about it. And so, like, it wasn't anything, it wasn't my achievement, but I'm very proud of that because it changed my life. And so that changed everything, and that's what I'm most proud of. And nothing else can really compare to that. And so that would probably be all.
Okay. The second question is, who has been the most influential person in your personal life and why?
There are a few people, but the most influential is his name is Eric Helms. And so he is a very humble person, and he's a teacher. And so I see how he cares about kids, and he is always like willing to do things that are very hard. Like, he has a lot of motivation, and he has inspired me a lot because like getting to know him and getting to see how he lives. I also want to live like him, and to be like humble and not arrogant or prideful, and to be like open to everybody that I meet. And so he probably has made the most influence on my life. And so I'm so grateful for him.
Okay, the third question is, where do you find inspiration and motivation in your daily life?
A lot of times I read. Um, so I read things about, um, yeah, our thoughts and our feelings. And I read about Jesus and like how can I desire things that God desires, and to have the like same heart, you know, and that gives me inspiration because I don't want to just do random things or work, but I really want to do exactly um, what the Lord wants me to do. And so I have to pray and I have to read more like about him. And that gives me inspiration usually. And sometimes if I just stop and like I close my eyes and I kind of like get on my knees like just in my room, and I don't say anything, but I just like I close my eyes and wait and kind of rest, and just think about um, yeah, I don't know. That gives me a lot of inspiration. Like if I think about things I worry about, and to just kind of um, like hand those things over like to God, if that makes sense. Like when you worry about things, but then you like ask God to just uh, help you understand like what you're worrying about, and to help you have like wisdom to not worry. That really helps because you can trust Him. You really can trust Him, and that always gives me the most motivation, I think.
Okay. The fourth question is, how do you unwind and relax at the end of a busy day?
Yeah, so I like to relax at home in my close, like, and I drink coffee to relax, and sometimes I read or I use WhatsApp or sometimes watch YouTube or use Instagram, and so that's how I can relax a little bit. So I enjoy like seeing what other people are doing and reading things about other people's life to relax. It's maybe weird, I don't know.
Okay, the last question. When do you feel most productive or energized during the day?
Yeah, I feel most productive or energized at nighttime because usually I finish everything and I have time to do what I want to do at nighttime. And so I'm most productive maybe doing things that I want to do, like um, reading about a lot of things about life and just spending my time how I want to at nighttime is usually when I am most productive.
Okay, thank you, Jet.
Okay. All of our question is done. So thank you, Jet.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Jack. Dan terima kasih untuk waktunya.
Thank you. Yeah, it's fun to talk about myself. So